What's poppin', Cougs? Welcome back to Coug on the Clock. I'm your host, Alex Huddleston.
And I'm Kat Roley.
Kat Roley. We're back. Hope you guys had a wonderful Thanksgiving, wonderful break. Hope you had safe travels. You know, I watched the Pullman migration on my Snapchat map. Very fascinating.
The Great Migration.
The Great Migration. Didn't know that was a thing, you know. I'm new here. Yeah, we have a couple great topics to talk about today. Big things going on at WSU. So let's get started with the show. First topic, we have the WSU women's volleyball team. Going to the tournament for, I think, 6 straight years now?
Yeah, after they did just get off 2 really, really rough losses, one against Utah and one against UW. I will say they did not look very good playing UW. They looked very flat. That's just not something that we see from this team, especially how they've been playing.
Yeah. And
I think Pia Timmer not playing has really impacted the Cougs in the last couple matches. I mean, obviously Utah is a big one that they needed to win. They didn't, unfortunately, and I think it really comes down to Pia is such a force behind the line for the Cougs that it's noticeable.
Right.
But, I mean, she did make Pac-12, the Pac-12 first Pac-12 team.
Yes. First team, all Pac-12.
Yeah,
there you
that
go.
one.
There we go.
Along with Hannah Pukas and Magda.
Yelasharova.
There you got it. And Katie Ryan was named all Pac-12 freshman.
Yes,
all
she's
Pac-12 freshman team.
Breakout year.
No, seriously, she did.
She's awesome. She's great.
Behind the line, watching her behind the line, offense, defense, she's all around an amazing player. But not only that, but she's a freshman.
Yes, no, we have her, 4 to 5 years, possibly 5.
Possibly.
4 for sure,
but
maybe.
She came in and
don't be too smart. Don't do all your homework. You know, we want you to be here longer.
I know you're a 4.0 student, actually 4.25 GPA coming out of high school, but like stay an extra year, please.
Yeah, you know, learn that college is hard. You'll figure that out. You know.
It's all good. But Katie Ryan, she came in and she was starting with 3 juniors and 1 5th year.
Yeah, and that's Penny Tusa.
Penny Tusa's the 5th year,
and she's had a great year too.
Oh, she's had an amazing year.
Broken 2 records. Most career sets.
Aces.
Most career aces, and then she had the
starts.
all-time sets.
All-time starts.
Starts.
Yeah, starts. So
yeah.
I mean, Penny came into this program. She's only 5'8" for an outside hitter. She was originally here to be a setter, but they switched her to an outside hitter. Which, if you know college volleyball, you have like the outside hitters are 6'5", 6'6", not usually 5'8", but she can jump.
Mhm. Yeah.
I mean,
great vertical.
She can jump, and she's behind the line overall a great player, block-wise and pretty good, and kill-wise as well. She's absolutely an amazing all-around player, and we're really going to miss her on the court next year. Penny, I hope that your future goes well, but we're really going to miss you. So if you maybe want to miss a class or 2 and come back for an extra semester, up to you. But
again, we promote not being good students here. That's what we do. But, I mean, overall, they've had a great season. 19-11 overall.
And not to mention that Jen Greeny did also win Coach of the Year for the Pac-12.
Yes.
So, great season overall for the
This is the most wins she's had as a
Yes,
Cougar.
it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're going to move it just a little bit longer. Because we have to discuss they're going to the tournament. They're going to face Northern Colorado today.
Yes.
So in the first round.
Waco, I believe.
Yes.
They're going to Texas.
Yes.
So I really think that the women have a really good shot. I think Northern Colorado, this is the 2nd time I think they faced off in program history, and it's been in the tournament. So I think they have a really good shot. Pia should be back, so hopefully there's a little bit more hype behind the net, and I really think that if Pia can come back, WSU will be just fine, and I think either way, they'll be fine.
All right. Well, with that, let's move on. Good luck, ladies, by the way. Let's move on to an exciting game last Friday for the WSU football team. She's excited. The Apple Cup, my first Apple Cup, that was super awesome. First time in 9 years.
7 contests, 9 years.
7, yeah.
Because it was canceled last year.
It was canceled last year because of COVID. Darn disease. We won. We did it.
Okay.
We're finally here. We got the trophy. Give us the story time.
I sat in Martin Stadium in 2012 when we won in overtime. I sat in 2014 in Husky Stadium when we got beat. I sat in Martin Stadium that following year. We got beat. I like winning the Apple Cup. I did go down on the field for Apple Cup. I went. It was probably my favorite WSU memory I've ever had besides game day and us beating Boise State.
Okay.
It was an amazing game. Borgie has now a record for touchdowns for program history.
That's great. I didn't even know that. That's crazy.
And Jaden DeLora, wow, is also the Pac-12 leader for touchdowns with 26. And not only that, but now we have a new meme of Deion McIntosh hugging Butch for a 15-yard penalty.
You know what? Taunting is ridiculous. It's just a hug. We just want to spread love.
We spread love.
Spread.
Not penalties.
Yeah. The more you know. But yeah, so I think successfully in that game, we ran the ball 41 times for 209 yards and 3 touchdowns. McIntosh getting 1, Borgie getting 2 of those touchdown runs.
Do you want to talk about the interceptions?
Sam Heward, Mr. Heward. I mean, he's a freshman.
He's a freshman.
He's got a long way to go.
And it was his first. I think
but 4 interceptions, dude. Come on.
I think it was one of his first career full games as a Husky. He hasn't played like a full game in a pretty long time for the Huskies, and
right.
They did burn his red shirt, which I have my own opinions about that. But yeah. I think what it comes down to is our defense was all over them.
Yes. No.
All over them.
Yeah. 4 interceptions. Armani Marsh. I'm sorry, Mr. Marsh. Had a pick 6 in I believe the 4th quarter.
He did.
Our defense was on crack down. It was awesome. Total score 41 to.
It was 40-13, and I really do think that if we continue this, obviously we're losing Deion McIntosh, we're losing Max Borgie, we're losing a lot of our starters. However, our new head coach,
Mr.
Dickard, he's already pulled some pretty major recruits. UW still doesn't have a recruiting class either.
Yeah.
Keep that in mind. They just hired. We're getting into that later. But
yeah,
I think it comes down to this was a big win for WSU. And also, let's just take a look at the seniors. These seniors have been through 3 head coaches.
Mm-hmm.
In 4 years, they've lost 2 teammates.
Mm-hmm.
They've never won an Apple Cup. So it was a great win for WSU, and it was a great win for history. And a lot of adversity, and you know what? The cup is back in Pullman,
That's
baby.
right. I still haven't seen it. They haven't put it in the trophy case, so that'll be.
They're probably polishing it after being on the field.
Yeah, it's kind of gross, you know. UW's, Seattle's gross.
We have to sanitize
Disgusting. Just welcome back to Pullman, the happy little farm town. We have to move on. We're taking too much time. We're gonna go on to the bowl games. So it's bowl time, baby. WSU, we're bowl eligible after the defeat over Arizona. So it looks like a lot of prognosticators are thinking we're gonna make it into the Sun Bowl.
El Paso, Texas.
Tony the Tiger Sun Bowl.
It's in El Paso.
Yeah.
Yeah. So El Paso.
They're great.
El Paso is beautiful this time of year. Not really, but it's El Paso.
It's hot.
It's hot. You know what? I'm going either way, so it doesn't matter to me.
There you go.
I think WSU. I think WSU could definitely do well in El Paso. I think too, if they play like they did in the Apple Cup, I think they'll be fine.
Yes.
It's just a matter of if they can, because this team again is not the most consistent team, I guess is like the best way to put it. Mm-hmm. They're pretty consistent some weekends, but our defenses look good for since ASU.
Right.
So
I just think as long as we keep running the ball, our running game, it gets undermined.
Oregon couldn't stop us. UW couldn't stop us. Utah could kind of stop us, but not necessarily. I think you just got to keep giving the ball to Borgie and to McIntosh and just run the ball occasionally.
Just old-fashioned.
And then I would let Joey Hubert just run around.
Yeah.
He's caused enough chaos on the field. Just let him cause more chaos. Just let him run. He's small. He's tiny. He's big. He can make some tackles. Just let him run.
Yeah.
But I think personally, we could possibly end up in the Vegas Bowl. I think that's a little bit of a stretch, but I think for us, Vegas, Holiday, or Sun Bowl, I think everyone's kind of leaning towards the Sun Bowl.
Yeah, because the Holiday Bowl mainly probably going to end up with for UCLA.
Yeah. But either way, I don't know how they're doing it because usually it's been Rose Bowl goes 1, Alamo Bowl goes 2, 3 is usually it was Holiday, but they switched it. So I'm not on the Pac-12 committee thing. I don't really. I just want to go to a bowl game.
Yeah, no, a lot of people are saying we're going to go against Miami in the Sun Bowl. Little actual history lesson. The last time we went to the Sun Bowl, we played Miami as well, and we beat them 20-14.
2015 when Luke Falk was quarterback.
Yes. So maybe we can recreate that bowl game. Be kind of interesting if we can. It was canceled last year because of COVID. You know, darn disease.
Personally, I would love to see us be in the Holiday Bowl against Mississippi State. Little nostalgia.
I feel like
moment.
that would be too easy of a game.
Okay, but I just want to see Mike Leach on the field one more time, and I think it'd be really, really funny to have him be against WSU. I'm a Leach person. I know that's a hot take. I really like Leach, but I think I just think that'd be a really fun game for WSU, and I think it'd be a really fun game for the fans if we played Mississippi State. But you know, we'll see what happens.
Yeah. Overall, we're 8-8 in bowl game history for WSU, so maybe we can make this 9-8 and have a winning record. With that, let's go into our my computer turned off. With that, we'll go into our final topic. Some major hires recently in the last few days in the Pac-12 for coaching. We have Lincoln Riley going to USC. I think I'm the only one in this room that's excited about that.
No, yeah.
Yeah, I'm very excited.
I'm not. Thankfully, we're not in the Pac-12 South. Otherwise, I'd be crying.
Yeah.
But I just don't. I lost a lot of respect for Lincoln Riley when he kind of pulled what he did in the press conference. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about, but when they asked him, "Are you going to LSU?" he said, "No, I'm not going to LSU," and it made it sound like he was staying at OU. So all the OU fans thought that they were, locked in Lincoln Riley or whatnot.
Yeah.
But come to find out, he's going to SC. But like that contract that he signed with SC is fat. SC allegedly. SC's buying both of his homes in Norman. They're buying him
such a crazy contract.
Like a $6 million home in LA.
And he gets private.
And he's
gets
private
the jet
uses whenever he wants, and a $110 million contract with like a $3 million signing bonus.
It's like George Clooney's in town. It's crazy. It's nuts.
All I gotta say is I really hope to the people at the University of Spoiled Children that you're gonna enjoy that tuition spike. Or whoever is paying for that tuition spike, I'm sorry.
They're also going to enjoy a Pac-12 championship, a Rose Bowl, possibly being ranked in the top 4.
National championship. I don't know though. He's got to rebuild that program pretty heavily.
Oh yeah,
it's drove that thing
gone
into the
downhill.
Ground. But it's SC. I wouldn't expect anything less. SC's been a power football team for a really long time. The Stanford SC game should be pretty interesting. So should the SC Notre Dame game, because that's a big rivalry game, and Notre Dame just also got a new head coach.
They did. I'm just saying, this is good. I think it's a good move for USC.
It's a great move for SC. I don't like it.
You don't like it. He's bringing 4 Big 12 championships with him. So
I don't
see if we get Pac-12 championships. Moving on, we got Kalen DeBoer as well. Kalen DeBoer from Fresno State is going to UW.
Yeah. I think that's a bad hire.
Yeah, he was a very successful coach overall in the NAIA with Sioux City, Sioux Falls.
Yeah,
wow,
Sioux
I'm
Falls.
out of it right now. Sioux Falls, and he brought Fresno State to 3rd place in the Mountain West. I don't think I feel like it's going to be more competitive against UW now. I don't think it's going to be where it was with Chris Peterson.
Yeah, I don't think you can get as good as you did with Chris Peterson, but I also just...
Sounds like the Apple Cup is going to be staying here for a while.
Hopefully. Don't jinx it.
No.
But knock. Hard.
Hard.
But I just really don't think that, this is a good hire for UW. I don't think it's a good hire. I think they could have... We're not done with this topic
Yeah,
yet.
no, we're not.
But
she's talking.
I just really don't think it's a good hire. I saw it and I was, okay, I'll give it a chance because, again, Chris Peterson, Boise State did pretty well.
Right.
But there's a big difference between D1 Pac-12 football and the Mountain West.
Yeah.
So I just personally don't think that this was a good hire for UW, but I guess time will tell. And I know the Husky fans back home are not super happy about the hire either. I think that a lot of them, there was speculation that Chris Peterson was going to come back, which I don't think that was going to happen, but I let them talk their talk because they lost the Apple Cup, so I had to let them something.
Yeah, you know. They'll turn to other things.
We have a new head coach.
We have a new head coach.
Officially, they took the interim title off of
Mr. Jake Dickert.
Mr. Jake Dickert.
Welcome to the Coug family.
Welcome to Pullman.
Welcome.
I'm excited for this. I really think that Dickert can recruit pretty well. I mean, he's already had a couple of recruits as just interim coach.
Right. Yeah.
I was really concerned that Pat Chung and Kirk Schultz were going to go and try to find someone else. I know for a while they were talking about Coach O.
Which
that was on Coug fan, or not Coug fan, but that was on like one of the WSU websites, and
I would have been excited about that.
I would have cried. I would have screamed if Coach O.
That would be awesome.
It would have been great. But I think the big thing is Dickert, in my opinion, kind of left off where Roley couldn't get.
Right. I think there's a good energy with him.
I think it's a good energy. He wants to rebuild the program. He wants to rebuild the community behind the program. But he also wants to rebuild the fan base, which is something that's been missing for a while. It was there when we went to the Rose Bowl in the early 2000s. It was there with Doba. And then when Paul Wolf came in, we sucked so bad. Sorry for the language, but we did. We sucked. It was bad. I sat through a lot of the games. It went away. So he's, in one of the interviews that Dickert
he just wants to bring back the culture.
He was talking about the culture and how people at WSU are known for being true through and through Coug fans. And I know this for a fact because I've sat through a lot of really ugly games because my mom wouldn't let me leave. I'm not kidding. 2012, I think it was, we were playing SC. Connor Halliday broke his leg. His leg snapped on a sack. It was below 30 degrees. There was wind, hail, rain, snow, foggy. I sat through that entire USC game. And that's something and so did a lot of people. And that was during Leach. But I think.
Did USC win?
Yeah. But I think one thing too is we have to bring back that culture to WSU.
Yeah. I've heard a lot about it.
Because being a Coug right now doesn't mean the same thing that it did when my mom was here.
Right.
And we're starting to see that come back a little bit. But I think the big thing is it starts with the football team and it starts with your president, your athletic director, and your head football coach. Yeah. Because those are the three that everybody looks up to. Yes, they look up to the players, and yes, they look up to the professors here. But at the end of the day, those are the three people that are the most looked at. So I think if you have a coach who's all on board for bringing back the culture, it's a winning recipe.
There you go.
But they're also going on this massive. He just hired a bunch of new coaches that were former Cougs, actually. I think that's how the story goes. And they're going on this big recruiting trip too. So
I'm excited.
I really, really think that Dickert could really change the program. And you know what? I wouldn't be mad if we were contending for the Pac-12 championship next year. And I think it's very doable because we almost could do it this year.
We can. We almost could. Oregon State,
you guys needed to win. But you know what? You're not UW, so I can't hate you that much.
We can still hate them.
We can still hate them, but
you guys suck. I mean we good to wrap up?
Yeah, I think so.
I think that's it for the show. Thank you for tuning in. Go support. Well, I guess you can't go unless you have a private jet like Lincoln Riley. You can go to Texas and watch the Cougs play against Northern Colorado. But watch TV. Watch the game on TV. It's at 12:30. Yeah, you guys have a wonderful day. Like and subscribe. Follow us on Instagram, by the way, at unorthodox.sports. Keep up with us. We'll keep up with you. Yeah, I'm Alex Huddleston.
And I'm Kat Roley. And remember, go Cougs and dubs down.
Go, yeah. Is that? Yeah.
Dubs down.
Go Cougs!
Go Cougs, dubs down.